Right, so hopefully I fixed the issue when it comes to OBS. For some reason, OBS tends to have a random 5 minutes where if something's actually working in the background, it hates it. Good to go. Are we good? Yeah, essentially what happens is OBS just doesn't like background tasks. Don't ask me why. It's like if it has something to do with the internet, it just will cease to exist. Hello, how's it going? But I think I fixed it now. For some reason, it's a random hassle I have to deal with every single time I run OBS. I have no idea why. It's the only program that ever does it. Nothing else does it from my recollection. It's just Streamlabs and this one that does it. Anywho, today we're actually covering some more Golden Kamuy, the manga series. The last time, oh boy, did a lot of shit happen. We actually learned the true origins of the rage of Ogata, which does in line go with the idea that he's really wants someone to love him, which is he's got plenty of people who want that. Let's be real, I'd be one of them. And yeah, I mean now we're actually having the the square off it's a square off completely now with the possible Jack the Ripper. You know. Who knows whether or not it will be Jack the Ripper or not? That's the major thing, considering it's that he's emulating the entire murder, like verbatim. That's the word. Verbatim. Is that the correct term? Essentially doing the exact same thing Jack the Ripper did, but it's actually leading into this one place, which they actually are currently now. Asami's actually kind of there as well, so it's all kind of a mishmash of things happening. Can't wait to actually see how this whole entire thing turns out. It'd be glorious. Anywho. Let's put on Twitter actually gone live. So, reading Golden Kamuy. I have no idea why OBS will randomly do that. It's just for some reason, OBS just hates me. I have no idea why. It just hates me in general. Anywho, let's begin. Chapter 251, which is called Sapporo Brewery. So, battle for gold at the Golden Brewery. I'm pretty sure the place where the fireworks went up is where Ushiyama's group was waiting. We can't rely on Kadokura and Kyros, so the killer might get away. Hurry! So, the map of Sapporo Brewery. Hichigata's group at the back, Sugimoto's group are on the side, Ushiyama's group's on the front, and Toyo's group's on the other side, so left and right. Respectively. Somebody just fired a rifle. I got this like, wait a minute, that wasn't me. What are you on about, guys? That wasn't me. Whoa, this guy's a monster. Yeah, it's been said. It's been said to be honest at this point. Oh ho, Kadokura. This guy isn't the criminal, right? He's one of our first Lieutenant Tsurumi's men. Take him down. Step away from the superior Private Osami. None of you fire your weapons. You could hit Osami. I'll cut him down. That's Ushiyama. Don't go near him. He's not an easy one to get. He's not an easy guy to beat. Yeah, it's pretty much like a rock and a hard place right now between the two of them. Second Lieutenant Koito, dodge. God, he wasn't joking. He dodged. He actually dodged him. Just the man sliding. He fled into the brewery. Takashima, make your way around and go in through the back door. Head jailer Kadokura. Hold on just a minute. Why should I? Such a fucking mess, of course it is. It's such a fucking mess. Get back here. God, Hichigata's aim's amazing though. Like the man's got aim. Nagakura, shoot off the firework and show the correct location. Shoot off the firework. Yeah, makes sense. Trying to remember, it's like, does that make sense? Huh? What's going on? Did the killer run in that direction? I heard Hichigata's gun firing. Let's sped up. Oh no. Facility just got Eye of Ogata. How bad is it, Encantado? It's just a cut above my eye. That would be the first time, let's be real. you ain't leaving Golden Kamuy arc with at least one wound somewhere on your head. That's the least of your problems. That wound's a man's scar. It's proof that you didn't turn your back in battle. Come with me. Yes, sir. Oh. Sugimoto Nispa. Curious? Where are Ushiyama and the others? They're inside the brewery. Alright, let's go. Ah. Listen. You're up against 5 soldiers. What? Sugimoto's kind of like, pfft. Sugimoto, hold on. The 7th Division is... Huh? Where did they go? Sugimoto, we got separated from Shirashi. Shirashi? Sugimoto! Oh no. Oh no. This is quite the reunion. You are my methamphetamine. And 251. So a title page. Text on the title page says, "Is there love on the battlefield?" As happens sometimes in this manga, Noda uses furigana next to the kanji. Normally this is to show the reader who doesn't know that kanji the correct reading. To give a second meaning, in this case, the furigana next to the kanji for battlefield says there. So the sentence could also be read as, "Is there love there? You are my methamphetamine." This is a reference to chapter 223 when Nikaido was given methamphetamine to cheer him up after he slumped into depression following the supposed death of Sugimoto. Honestly, everyone's kind of in love with Sugimoto at this point. I myself included, but still. It's kind of amazing how everyone just wants Sugimoto. He accidentally started his own harem. Inadvertently started his own harem at this point. I respect the man though. At long range is the vengeful twin who lost his brother. Up close is Satsuma, swordsman, whose fate is intertwined with his. Satsuma, not Sats. I missed. There's not an A. It's Satsuma. So, 252, the beer storage room. Beer? Evidently get your actual enemy drunk. Best way to actually dispatch them, to be honest. God, Nikaido's actually using his other arm as an actual as a support to then shoot, which is actually pretty impressive, to be honest. Stop! You'll get hit, I said upper. Sugimoto! Calm down, Nikaido. Oh. All that beer gone. Are they inadvertently drowning? That's the real question. Can you drown in beer? Sugimoto! What's that? Wow! Wow, that sure went down smooth. Oh no, now they're actually drunk. I was right. Even beer with its low alcohol content can have strong effect when a large amount of it is consumed at once. This causes the concentration of alcohol in the blood to increase sharply, resulting in heavy intoxication. Also, if you drink too much of it at one time, you could also get alcohol poisoning. Sugimoto! I haven't come with you, bastard. I'm Sugimoto the... Yow! Sugimoto, where are you? I've secured the syrup. No! Uh-oh. Calm down, stop struggling. Put me down. This time the arrow does have poison on it. Oh no. A poison arrow made with arcanite from Otaru would be instantly fatal to a human. No. Ogata, do not get ideas. My husband, do not get ideas. If you don't move, farther back. God damn it! I hate the word father, because it's further or farther. And father, if you say it in a weird way, it sounds like you're saying father. If you have a British accent, it sounds more like father. Its arrow will be able to reach your face. Do you want to know, Asidipa, about why those 7 Ainu were killed? That's not a good thing to do on the battlefield, pretty much. Why would you know that? At that time, I was with First Lieutenant Surumi when he investigated the Ainu murder scene at Toma Komai, where the ones who recovered the bodies, we're the ones who recovered their bodies and their belongings. Huh? Asidipa? Usami Tokishige. You should talk with Lieutenant Surumi. I'm sure you'll be able to hear about what happened to your father from him. To you, isn't that more important information than the location of the gold? She's gonna go over to Lieutenant Surumi. Oh shit. Oh shit. Huh? That's an experienced sniper. From Russia with Death. That's a good reference. From Russia with Love. 52 end. So Drunken Master, Tsuyomoto stance on page 11 as he challenges Nikaido appears to be a parody of the Drunken Fist, stance used by Jackie Chan in 1978 movie Drunken Master. Yeah. So and then the reference at the end of the chapter was from Russia with Love, if I remember correctly, the Sean Connery James Bond movie. There you go. There you go. It's all full of references this week. 253. Hichigata, why's a criminal? 253, her father's sullied name. He feigns the brewery. I saw his face and he's definitely a foreigner. There's no mistaking it. He's one of the tattooed convicts. I heard gunfire from the direction of Ushiyama's and his group. It came from the kind of rifle that soldiers carry. They've caught up in some kind of separate conflict over there. I must say, this is actually a fucking mess. Like, every single time they're like, there's a concentration of characters from Golden Kamuy. It's a mess. Like, it just turns into a mess. There's no way around it. It's kind of amazing how it all just kind of goes down. Like, it's just... I don't know how any of them get out alive. I mean, some of them do die in the end, but in some arcs, but 9 out of 10 times they actually make it out sometimes unscathed. You're like, how the fuck do they even do that? We'll capture Jack and retreat as quickly as we possibly can. Say the words correctly. He's injured. Look at the trail of blood. That shot destroyed the firing pin. Is Asami's Type 38 still where he dropped it? If I hadn't jerked back in surprise, I would have been hit. That would have been bad. Do you save me? There's no way. You're not that soft-hearted, right? Unless you're trying to get in my way then. With your damn wrath. Gotta please. Gotta please. I'll fucking kill you, Sugimoto. Give me your arm and leg. Shut up already, you dumb bastard. I'm immortal. I don't have time to deal with you guys. I've got to catch Jack. Let go of me, damn it. Die, Sugimoto. Wah! At the time, a large bottle of beer would have cost 22 cents. 10 kilograms of white rice would have cost around 60 cents. Damn! Key! Ah, my type 30. Alright. Now I can go take down Jack the Ripper. Huh? Where did Asidipa go? Asidipa, wait. What exactly are you trying to say that you understood from the Ainu bodies and their belongings? It's an obvious lie to get me to go with you. She's experienced with people who lied to her, alright? She had to deal with Ogata the entire time. In the first place, telling me that you were the first ones to find the scene of the murders is a lie to begin with, isn't it? Have you seen an Ainu gold coin? Looks like you know what I'm talking about. We found several of those coins among the Ainu belongings. Something like that could be found by the first people who investigated the scene, right? Since it's sure to be the first thing that gets stolen. Those coins confirm the existence of the buried Ainu gold to us. The Ainu made these coins using the gold dust that they collected, is what First Lieutenant Tsurumi said. It struck me the second I saw the tattooed skins, the designs of them. Noporobu is one of the ones who made those coins. Lieutenant Tsurumi knows other things too. Come with us, Asilipa. We'll tell you whether your father really did kill those Ainu. More than clean Aka's name, my first priority is the future of the Ainu that he entrusted to me. If you don't abandon the gold, all the people around you are going to be killed, Asilipa. You're bringing that argument up now after how far things have gone. Good point, actually. Saying that by the way, yeah, people are gonna die if you carry on. It's pretty much like it's not that like, oh shit, you're right kind of thing at this point. Most people have died already, to be honest. Everyone's way too drunk at this point. It's actually there's two different things going on at one time. You got the very hard-hitting thing currently going on here with Kakuta and Kakuta, I swear it's from. Yeah, I'm gonna say my brain sometimes mistakes his name for someone else, but it's Kakuta. Kakuta and Asilipa versus everyone got fucking drunk in the brewery. Kadokura coming in clutch though. Run, little lady. We'll be in really big trouble if you got caught. Honestly, Kadokura, one of the most underrated characters in all of Golden Kamuy. I love him. It's actually so good. Please are going past as well, which actually is kind of on point. Sit up away, Hejere Kadokura, you little bitch. Eh. Whoa. Whoa! What a shrewd little girl. Come back, Hejere Kadokura. Why do you only ever chase me? It's a good point, actually. It's a very good point. Oh. I got to using goddamn his brain, essentially. Haha, you keep missing your shot. Chances like that don't come around all that often, you know. He's so hot. He's such a scumbag, but I love him. There's something in the 10 o'clock direction, deeper inside the building. It doesn't seem like it's a rat. This is blood. Judging from the shape of the blood stain, he's making his way deeper inside. There's no way he'll be able to escape from this group. Rather than looking for a way out, he's the kind of man who prefers cutting his way out. 253 end. So, you little bitch. The word that someone uses here is abazure, a derogatory slang term specifically used for women. Though historically speaking, the word dates back to Edo era, if not earlier. It's sometimes used for men as well as women. By the modern era, it was only used for women, and I believe that's the sense that no intends here. Huh. Interesting. So title page text. The text in the title page says, facing off against each other, Sugimoto no Kaido, Koito Shikishima, Asilipa Kikuta, the Ripper, Hijigata, the Russo Japanese snipers. It's one huge free-for-all. It literally is. It literally is at this point. It's not a battle that you would otherwise associate with like a very well thought out battle. No, it's very like, well shit, everyone's just kind of here. It's like Smash Ultimate of like of fights in manga. it's so messy. So 254 cornered rat. So the reason why Sugimoto's group wasn't acting more on guard about me was because they had a sniper on their side, huh? People that skilled are few and far between. Who is it? I love him. Huh, there's no way. He would never come all the way to Sapporo. No, I would if I were in his place. I keep chasing him until one of us was dead. I have to find some place where I can make a counterattack. Now, I swear to God, if the next chapter isn't called Ogata's counterattack, in reference to Charles Ambell from fucking Gundam, I'll be pissed. Kantaro, go that way. He's hiding somewhere in that area. There he is. He's hiding over there somewhere. Kantaro, go around that way. Straw wrappers. These wrappers were used as cushioning for the beer bottles when they were loaded into crates. Well, there you go. Bit of history lesson there as well. He started a fire. This is bad. We need to get out. Mr. Tony, this way. I can't run anymore. Oh, you're past your prime, huh? You got no stamina at all. Catch me won't do you any good. I don't know anything. Look at this gut hanging out. It's shameful. Ah, this gut. It's a tattooed skin you're holding for Hijikata Toshizo, isn't it? No, it's not. According to President Tsurumi, Hijikata Toshizo wouldn't hide the tattooed skins anywhere that was out of his sight. Just like how a rich person keeps their money divided up between multiple different banks. Very true. Still to this day, actually. He must have divided the skins up among the people he trusts, so that each is holding only a small number of them. That way, even if one of them has their skins taken from them, the damage is still kept to a minimum. That's what he said anyway. There. Fuck. My brain just stopped completely. There. What did I tell you? You were holding them. It's a copy of someone's tattoo then. Good. You've got more of them, don't you? Come on, head Jada Kadokura. Take them out. Ah, stop. He's slapping his ass. Ah! And take him out. Huh? Oh? Someone's coming. Ah, hold on. Oh shit, it's Ogata. Now, this would be an interesting battle because it's a long range person versus someone who normally fights at very close range. Also, one of them's missing their eye as well. The dead end. Ainu, your clothes. You're Ainu, right? I heard a wonderful story about the Ainu. Oh no. The story was about an island with only Ainu women. There were no men. But when those women let the east wind hit them on their bottoms, they became pregnant. How splendid. Women really can have children all by themselves after all. It's kind of creepy. Hey Arka, do you know about the island called Menespa? I heard about it from Una Repair aunt. British accent, god damn it. There are only women on that island, so they do something called Menas Hoku Ko, make the east wind their husband. They stick out their butts and let the east wind hit it. Then that woman can have a baby. Did mother let the east wind hit her butt too? Is that how I was born? Silipa, you were born because your mother Rirate. She and I we Uora Makote. Who told you that story? Our Bible has the same kind of story in it. The Virgin Mary. So you're Jack the Ripper then, and that's why those women were wrong. That's why I had to absolve the women of their sins with holy water. All of those women had to die for such a meaningless reason. Please let the east wind hit your bottom. I want to know for sure that I really can make a child. As an Ainu, you were born the same way, weren't you? Mayaka and Hapo joined hearts with each other. They loved each other, and that's how I was born. Ah! Cool. Good on you, Asilipa. It's absolutely not permitted for a sutu to be used lightly. For example, lining up and taking full swing, but typically for end. So, title page text. The text on the title page says, even if I'm not in the future you envision, I will keep moving forward. In both cases, watashi is used for I, so Yamato usually uses the more masculine ore. So it's possible that for both instances of I are referring to a Asilipa. And there you go. So, 255. So, 255, Sugimoto the Ripper. Oh. Anyone's light burns brightest when it's in danger of going out. The fire's getting stronger. Was it started by this fireworks earlier? Hey, has somebody called the firefighters? Ah! We're out of the way. The steam pumper is coming through. That's kind of cool, actually. Send out the call to every firefighter in Sapporo. Gather up every single pump we've got. Hurry up with preparing the steam pumper. Start spraying. Keep the fire from spreading. They're here. They're all here. Even the pirates here. This is great. Just like I thought they would come to catch the criminal who was in the papers. All right, this is the place to be. Oh, a child born because her parents love each other? That's a lie. That's the same thing that woman said. Let go. That filthy prostitute. She said that I was her son, that I had been born because she and a man from the royal family had loved each other. She said that there was a birthmark that I would have if I were her son. Can you imagine me being born to that woman like that? Let go of my hand or I'll stab you with this poison arrow. I'm a child of God, born from a virgin mother. Oh no. Hey partner, that's supposed to be my job, right? Going on about version this and version that. That's what a disgusting reason to go around killing people. You're a disgrace even to murderers. Rather than worrying about who gave birth to you, the important part is what you live for. I fucking love this man. I want to marry him. He's amazing. He's amazing. He'll be a good husband one day. I'm sure of it. Hypothetical marrying though. Hypothetically marrying. He's just so good. I love Sugimoto so much. He's my favorite protagonist in all manga. What was that? I see. Which must mean you're a serial killer, huh? You know, in your head, prostitutes may all be criminals, but to me, they're the Bodhi Sattva. There we go, Sattva. We'll learn about what a word means at the end. There are only 2 tattooed skins left. Hyakunosuke? Are you calling a cheap piece, huh? Even wounded that man is hot. God damn. Well, see, you can't do a damn thing if you don't have a gun. He's got a knife though. Didn't think about that one, did ya? For the son of a goddamn prostitute, who the fuck do you think you're calling a cheap piece? Phew. No matter what, I really just wanted my chance to say that. Oh. I love Ogata so much as well. I can't help but he's just so good. 255 end. A wild cat is unwavering. So, guys, actually a lot here to actually right, let's go over the Sugimoto the Ripper. One sort of interesting note about the chapter title that doesn't translate to English. This is the first time that Noda has used the Japanese name for Jack the Ripper. Up until now, Jack was called Jaku the Ripper, which is just a direct translation of Jack the Ripper into Japanese. But in fact, there is another more commonly used Japanese name for him, Kirisaki Jaku. That word Kirisaki means cut to pieces. However, according to Noda on Twitter, this Japanese name only started to be used from around 1958. I wasn't able to find out why this was, but I assume Noda discovered in the course of his research there was a Jack the Ripper film released around this time, as well as some novels. So it may have been the moment where he returned to the popular consciousness in Japan and was given a more catchy and Japanese name. In any case, that is probably why Noda made sure that all the characters avoided the God, I can't say words. Anachronism, and probably referred to Jack by the term that would have been used at the time. Yeah, because Kitty is the cut, isn't it? Because Kitsugu's name in Fate is to cut and put back together, if I remember correctly. Yeah. If I remember correctly, Kitty is the cut itself. It's the Japanese word for cutting. So Kitsugu's name in Fate means to cut and put back together, which I think is actually his power, if I remember correctly. Yeah. That's I'm vaguely remembering things now. Because one of the oh god, what's the key? Isn't Kizu? Kizu is a wound, isn't it? Kizu Monogatari means wound story, if I remember correctly. Is it wound story? Or was it cut story? It's one of the two. If I remember how it is, it Kizu means wound. Injury, wound, or scar. Yeah. So I was right. It is wound. So yeah. So Kizu is a wound, which I'm guessing is derived from the Kiri, which is the cut, isn't it? Because 9 out of 10 times wounds are done via cutting yourself. There you go. Actually makes a lot of sense. Oh man, there we go. That actually makes a lot of sense the more I put into perspective. So Kanon Bodhisattva. Kanon is a Japanese name for Guanyin, the Chinese Bodhisattva of compassion. A Bodhisattva is a figure in Buddhism who has attained enlightenment and is able to achieve nirvana, but delays doing is so in order to stay behind and help others. In many forms of Buddhism, Bodhisattva are considered to be powerful deities. Yeah, there you go. He does. Honestly, he does. He's amazing. I love him. Right, 256. If I remember correctly, the term kimono also derives, if I remember correctly, from the idea of doing something with cutting as well. If I'm not mistaken, that's why kimono, isn't it to cut something, or it's to create something? Because if I remember correctly, that's how it works. If I'm remembering my knowledge about Japanese correctly. I know vaguely about the term kiri, like to cut, and kizu meaning wound, and Kiritsugu's name meaning to cut and put back together as well. Just remember, there's some other terms that do kind of go into each other as well. So as a sniper, I'm the one who decides if my prey lives or dies. 256, Tokushiro's number 1. Maybe I'm actually gonna find out more about the whole Russian angle with Ogata as well, because I'm still kind of waiting on that, I think. This is no time to be worrying about Hyakunosuke. I've got to tell if I sent Tsurumi. Ooh, hey, stop pulling that. What do you think you're doing? Get down here. What on earth is he trying to do? Rather than worrying about who gave birth to you, the important part is what you live for. What you live for. There we go. Mild hiccup midway through. If you're really so concerned about whether or not you're a cheap piece, you just need to see what kind of expression President Tsurumi has on his face at your funeral. Ogata, don't shoot your husband, alright? Don't shoot your... Okay, he didn't shoot his husband. Can't kill off Asami, though. It's against the rules. You can't kill off Asami. He's cool in his own weird way. Oh, no. Definitely, he's fucking dead. Okay, Tsurumi could have not have just come in clutch at that very 1 second. I do not believe it. There's got to be some kind of, gonna be some kind of like hallucination. But says Surumi. Thank you, Asami. Your death has completed me as a sniper. Oops, he lost his fucking eye. This fucking goof. I love him. Here's the copy in this. Also, Kadakura. You did well, superior Private Asami. Ah! Ah! Did you just buy his... Ah! This way, the two of us can be together. Tokishige, you live on inside me as my #1 friend. I'm so happy that I'm going to come. Tokishige. Ah! What the fuck? It's a very angelic and biblical pose. Gather around and feast your eyes on one and all. Please direct your attention this way. And while you're here, how about a hunt? 236 end. It is actually a reference as well. The Surumi's accent, Surumi, along with Asami and Tsukishima, is originally from Niigata Prefecture. In this chapter, he slips into Echigo dialect, a dialect of Niigata Prefecture. This is very rare for him, as Surumi almost always speaks in standard Japanese. However, when he's talking to the dying Asami on page 16, he slips into Echigo dialect. It's up to your personal interpretation as to why he did so. I mean, he does have a heart. Who knows? Honekami. This may or may not relate to Surumi eating Asami's finger, but there's an old funerary practice in Japan known as Honekami, literally to chew to the bone. Honekami, literally to chew to the bone. After the body is cremated, some of the mourners who were particularly close to the departed would pick up some of the pieces of bone that had not been fully reduced to ash and eat them. I couldn't find any more than speculation as to why people would do this. One possible reason is like with Surumi in this chapter, the idea that by consuming the deceased, they would still be with you. It could also be seen as expression of deep grief, or at a funeral of a particularly long-lived person, as a way of absorbing some of their longevity. Ha! This is an old practice that still exists in some places apparently. One of the areas of Japan that is known to have a history of Honekami is Niigata. Ah, where Surumi is from. It's hard to say whether this is anything more than a coincidence, but I thought it was an interesting fact that was worth sharing. So Michelangelo's Pieta. The image of Surumi holding Asami's body on page 17 is a reference to the sculpture Pieta, Italian for the Piety? Piety? By the Italian sculptor and artist Michelangelo, also a Ninja Turtle as well. That's how you remember all your artists of the Renaissance era. It's because of Ninja Turtles. The marble sculpture sculpted from 1498 to 1499 depicts the Virgin Mary holding the body of her son Jesus after his death. Thanks to Yatsuki and okay, yeah, interesting. Yeah, he bites the bone of he bites the actual bone of Asami to actually signify that he continues on inside him, basically. It's kind of an interesting way of doing things I didn't know about, to be honest. It's kind of cute in a way. Though I must imagine that your friend's last dying words are "I'm so happy I'm gonna come" must be a really weird thing. Oh, Keiji, look at what you've done to the garden, all these holes. If your father saw this, he would be very disappointed in you again. Where did father bury Jiro? 257, disappointed face. Recollections of a serial killer. I haven't told you, I've told you, haven't I? You were too busy playing with Jiro to focus on your studies, so we gave him away. He was an old dog. Who would want him? You killed him. Father killed him, didn't he? What an awful way to speak to your own mother. There's something wrong with you. If your father could hear you, he would be disappointed. He'd be so disappointed. Oh, how disgraceful. Go wipe those scribbles off your face right now. What the neighbors saw you. It's a tattoo, so I can't erase it. What are you talking about? Erase it. Ow, 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 that hurts. Keiji, why? What have you done? Now the code can never be solved. Well. Looks like nobody can ever. Looks like nobody ever. Looks like nobody ever can get their hands on the gold. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Huh? Huh? Even without gathering all 24 of the skins, the code can still be solved. The reason why we kept gathering skins is because we don't know the minimum number required to solve the code. Also because collecting as many skins as possible hinders anyone else's attempt to solve it. Everyone realized that a long time ago. Though it looks like Yueiji Keiji sure didn't. Oh man. Oh man. Whoa. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. This is the most ironic death in the universe. Ah! Oh my god. Just took his head clean off. Crap, this is bad. The whole damn place is already filled with smoke. We don't have time to look for an exit. Let's go down to the second floor and jump out a window. Ugh. Katakura. Oh, you were given the skins, huh? Some of them. More importantly, where are the stairs? We gotta get out of here. They're this way, probably. Is it are you okay? Ooh. Katakura, you're back. That's. Yes, though it's only on my back, and it's just the tattooed outlines. It happened after the mass escape of the tattooed convicts. Noporobu told me that I had to let him tattoo me, and we had to keep it absolute secret. But while he was still in the middle of doing it, Warden Inuro took him and hid him away somewhere. This is the 24th and final part of the tattooed code. What the fuck? 57 N, the last man of arsehole. What? Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? I can't believe it. I actually legit dead ass cannot believe. God, this fucking manga. So, last man of arsehole. This line was not translated by us. Noda wrote it originally in English. It is a course of reference to Katakura's job of arsehole inspection. For instance, checking Sekia's arsehole for poisonous plants. You mentioned him back in chapter 172. Makes sense. Makes sense. Oh god, I love this manga so much. It's so good. So, the battle isn't over until they get back safely. Kurt secured. The 7th Division is here too. Don't let them spot you. Everyone retreat immediately. Hold on, I just lost sight of Sugimoto's group. Almost all deaths that occur during a fire are caused by smoke. Very true. Sugimoto, I saw him over that building. Are you sure this is the right way? I think so. This way's no good. Silipa, wet your headband and put it over your mouth. Sugimoto, are you in there? Shirashi, is the exit that way? Silipa, the exit's over here. Can you make it out? Damn, there's so much smoke. Stand back, Shirashi Yoshitake. I'll go search for them. That's impossible. That's impossible with this yeah. That's impossible with this much smoke. It's too dangerous. You know, Shirashi, happiness doesn't fall down from heaven. It's something you have to desperately reach out and grab with your own two hands. Sugimoto's immortal, so I'm sure he can make it out of there without any help. You're gonna die. You're gonna die, Botaro. No, I'm not. This is nothing more than a single scene in the heroic tale of King Botaro that they're passing down one day. man's got lungs. Man's got lungs. Sugimoto, keep talking. Katakura, this way. In another building. Huh? Oh yeah, the history about them. He did the whole hair thing as well. Yeah. It's a dead end. No windows either. Let's go back. I can't go any further. Botaro, you came to help us? Nope. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. Poor Sugimoto's head as well. Jesus Christ. Ugh. I can't even move. Botaro. Sit up, Sugimoto, sit up, Botaro. A different excerpt. Sugimoto. If I'm splitting the money with some guy who wants to make a republic of Eze, my dream will never come true. Let go of the burden of doing this all for the Ainu. Sit up, Do you hear Sugimoto's voice? I could have killed him, you know. The only reason why he survived this long is because he's lucky. Even if that luck holds up, and the two of you find the gold, will Sugimoto really stand by your side forever? I'll help you out and steal every last bit of that gold. Once Sugimoto loses his goal, then won't you be able to stay together forever? Go back to the village and live a happy life together. 258 end. Choose your future, Sugimoto, or the gold and the Ainu. So, wet cloth. On page 3, Sugimoto tells Super to wet a headband over her mouth. The reason why is that the wet cloth acts as a filter which reduces the amount of toxic gases that you inhale. The smoke from a fire contains a number of toxic gases like carbon monoxide and hydrogen cyanide. Cyanide. Along with a particulate matter, soot, and various other chemicals depending on what is burning. There you go, that's the reason why. That makes sense actually. But I suppose they don't do that very often over here. Considering the amount of fires that do actually occur in England. So, in 259, making a homeland. Ow. Hey, Mr. Pirate. They finally let you out of solitary, huh? Normal, everyday life in a far from normal place. So, who'd you beat half to death? Some bastard named Yueiji. If Gansoku hadn't gotten all excited and jumped in, I would have killed the guy too. Yueiji said my aunt was waiting for me on the outside, even though she didn't exist in the first place. That piece of shit was making fun of me. I don't know who that even is, but it's really not worth it to get so angry at every little joke that you keep getting thrown into solitary. I don't know who that is, but it's really not worth getting so angry at every little joke that you keep getting thrown into solitary. Shirashi, is there anyone waiting for you on the outside? Any family? Nope, I was abandoned at a temple when I was a baby. They understand a bit where I'm coming from, right? When you get out of here, are you going back to I can't say the word. Are you going back to the temple? There we go. I ran away from that place when I was still a kid, and I've never been back. I wonder if it's still there. It was a rundown old temple with just one single old guy working as the head priest after all. Well anyway, if I get my hands on the gold, I'm gonna go on a countrywide tour of the Ainu, of all the prostitutes in Japan. You should give up on trying to find the gold. You're better off just thinking of the tattoo as nothing more than the way to break out of this place. What will you do, pirate? I'm going to become a king. Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning that before. You want to go to a tiny island in some country to the south and start your own country, right? It's such a crazy dream that I can't even make sense of it. So you want to become someone with power then? Including my parents and brothers, I had 14 people in my family, and every one of them died of smallpox. I want to have such a huge family that they can't possibly all be wiped out. Huh, that's very interesting. That's very interesting, actually. I'll build a country where my family can live, and the king's children will pass on tales of me to all the citizens. That way, the fact that I was alive will never be forgotten. So you're saying that people of your country will study about you. Now then, who can tell me the name of the first king of this country? Me! It was King Potato the Pirate. Maybe I should spend another stint in solitary. You truly are a lonely guy, Potato. Once I become a king, and the response to that loneliness really is like you, though. I've been a king for a while now, an escape king anyway. It's just a fancy way of saying you break out of prison a lot. Are you going to keep getting caught and breaking out over and over again for the rest of your life? Making my own country basically means that I'm making a homeland, a place where nobody will ever shun me or my family, a place that I can call home to. If you don't have a homeland to go back to, Shirashi, you ought to make one. Forget about the gold, go back to your homeland and become a family of Sugimoto. Sirapa. After I chased her all the way to Karafuto and finally got her back, she got stolen away again. I'm so fucking useless. Sugimoto, can you stand up? Shirashi to save the day as well, wouldn't you know? Who the hell are you? That's the Sirapa, isn't it? Koito to save the day as well, who would have thunk it as well? Step away from him, please. There's less smoke down in the basement. Let's look for another exit down here and escape that way. What in the... It's flooded with beer. The gold is stolen. How will we be able to protect our homeland? Oh shit. Yeah, I don't actually kind of get the dude who actually could swim really fucking well to go into a lot of water or beer in this context. Not a good idea, I must admit. You managed to escape by swimming away even with wounds that deep? What the hell kind of guy was that? Lieutenant Koito, where are you? I'm over here, Tsukishima. Come quickly. I've secured a Sirapa, Tsukishima. Oh no. Lieutenant Koito? Let's not let your guard down. Not while it's still alive. 259 end. So, 260. I think it's the final chapter of the volume as well, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm right, it's the last chapter of the whole entire volume as well. So, Koito behind you, screaming. Tsukishima, over here. It's fine to drink, just don't let it just don't let it consume you. Second Lieutenant Koito, 260, guard at any cost. What happened? Where's Second Lieutenant Koito? Hold on. Are you over there, Second Lieutenant Koito? He was pulled in. No. Right now, Sirapa is more important than anything else. Damn, dude's hair is so goddamn long, actually can strangle someone with it. that's messed up. Second Lieutenant Koito, Tsukishima. Hurry and climb out, sir. He might come back. What about Sirapa? Tsukishima, don't tell me. Did you ignore Sirapa to come save me? I'm sorry, sir. You damned idiot. Don't forget what your priorities are supposed to be. They love each other. Huh? Nikaido? A Sirapa? Of course. Man out of nowhere, just fucking... God damn it. Oh! The chopsticks were useful after all. I did it, I got her. And then there's Tsurumi. That's it, Tsurumi. Well done, Nikaido. Sugimoto's still alive, even though you said he was dead. Oh, really? But that works out well for you, doesn't it? Lieutenant Tsurumi, there was a tattooed convict in the basement, but he managed to get away from us, sir. We saw Sugimoto and Ushiyama as well, so it seems like Hichigata's group is somewhere. In the brewery? Understand very well, Lieutenant Koito. but there's no need to pursue them any further. The tattooed skins that Superior Private Osami bought me, I have enough for the tattooed code. I've reached the number of skins that I was aiming for. Must not lose any more soldiers by engaging in fruitless battles. We secure the Siddhartha. Men, guard her at any cost. Withdraw while continuing to maintain all impenetrable defenses. Damn it. I've got to go back. I've got to get her back somehow. Give us Siddhartha back! Bit late there, Sugimoto. Ever since he was being knocked out, like, so many things have happened in between. Shashi and the others still haven't shown up. What should we do? We'll wait a little longer. If they still don't show, then I'll go myself. What about Kadokura? Has anybody seen him? Mr. Hishigata, I'm so sorry for not being able to serve you at your side till the end. Kadokura! Can't cut off Kadokura as well! No way! It's collapsing, watch out! The rubble's gonna fly this way! Kadokura! Wow, he survived by the skin of his teeth as well. The man's kinda lucky. Kadokura! Oh, that tastes good. I'll pull me another one. 260 end. It tastes so good that you'll sleep soundly the whole night through. Oh man. So, the tattooed skin that Sami bought me, since there's no distinction here between plural and singular, I'm not sure if Sami bought Surumi just one of the tattooed copy or something else. He seems to be giving Surumi something else besides the copy in 256, so it's possible that it should be tattooed skins. And there we go. We did it. That was another volume done. Oh my god, I stretch. Oh. So yeah, I mean, I guess the overarching thing to take away from this whole entire volume, it's the whole entire thing with the actual eventual outcome between what's going to happen once this is all over. That's been the massive overarching theme since, I'd imagine, since the end of Abashiri, really, because there's always been this idea, like, how, like, we know what could be the eventual outcome, but what's going to happen afterwards, the aftermath of it all. And it's kind of true. What's going to happen between Siddhartha and Sugimoto? I don't think I like him as well. Kadokura is amazing. He's one of my favorite characters in the whole entire manga. He's probably up in my top 4, I think. He's so good. I love him. I don't think for a second Sugimoto's going to leave Siddhartha's side, because it just doesn't make sense to me. Though he has that person waiting for him, he has to go back to as well. I still maintain that at some point they will in theory actually meet again. It's that whole entire theme that you see a lot in shonen manga as well. The idea of who stands next to the person, or who stands next to the victor at the end of it all. Like, in essence, if you read any of them, you know that sometimes there's always the group of people that stand next to the actual main character, and that's actually who survives the whole entire thing. And I like that. I like how it's actually playing into that theme quite well. Like, it's one of the most overarching themes of the whole entire manga. And I do want to see how they do deal with that towards the end, especially now we're heading into the final arc, because now it's one of those things that is make or break for the group. At this point in time, anyone could survive, anyone could die. And at that point, what's going to happen? Could Sugimoto die? Could Siddhartha die? Who knows? Everyone's kind of very up in the air on survival at this point. So I like how the manga actually is constantly he's adorable as well. Honestly, the last part of it felt so different compared to what was being happening in this whole entire volume, really, as well. So yeah, I mean, it's still early days to see what's going to happen here, but I enjoy that it's actually playing a lot with that theme as well, and also like how we've actually had a complete metamorphosis of Ogata's character as well, actually then subsequently also getting back both eyes, but one of them's actually a fake eye though. So I kind of like how we had his metamorphosis as well. So now we're heading into about where the manga actually is caught up, when the manga actually is up to now at this point. We've got 20 chapters to go, I believe, like 19 at this point to go. I think it's up to 281 if I'm not mistaken, so probably catch up to it hopefully by the next week, I think, and actually see where this whole entire thing goes. So until then, I have indeed been the driver. So as always, if you actually have enjoyed this whole entire show, as always, then do leave a like. It does help quite a bit. If you have then enjoyed this whole entire show, as always, do leave a sub as well, because both of you help quite a lot. If you have then enjoyed this whole entire stream, as always, do a follow on Twitter as well, because both of you help quite a lot. And both will then tell you which streams are live and any other streams I do as well. Until next time, some more Golden Kamuy the manga series. I'll see you guys